I'm Nick Blood and I play Leo in Hit Point.
Hi, I'm Saffron Hocking and I play Bella in Hit Point.
It's less a decision, it was kind of, he led that. I imagine it was his idea. There's temptation there, there's easy money. I was actually reading a lot about police corruption, and in that squad, the flying squad, historically it's had a lot of police corruption, because you think about it, you're constantly exposed to money. You're finding drug dealers and gangsters stashes of loads of money or loads of drugs that can be sold. You're probably on a pretty kind of modest wage, and then you're seeing these people get easy money for doing naughty things. So I understand if you're in a position that he's in, his brother is paralysed, and in order to give his brother some semblance of a decent life, I can understand temptation to go, there's a drug dealing gangster here who kills people, who's gonna have 10 million quid in his pocket, and maybe I'll just take it.
I think in life, good people do bad things and bad people do good things. It's not something that you can point your finger at him and be like, oh, well, he must be a bad person if he did that thing. I think even though he's done this terrible thing, throughout the series, you're rooting for him and you don't want him to get caught and you want it all to go away and you want him to sort of
get a decent night's sleep. What would you do if there was 10 million quid sat in front of you and you could just take it? Favourite scene to film was probably in the burger bar, just getting to see the joy on Twain's face, who plays Hubble, when he slammed a burger into her face. It was really quite pleasing. Watching him have to eat, how many burgers did he eat?
Oh my God. Twain's like a good eater though, do you know what I mean?
He can put it away.
He can put it away. I think he was on about
he was broken.
15 burgers.
I think it broke him.
And I was helping him along the way as well. No, they were banging burgers, they were so good, and then we're chasing Twain outside again and again on a loop, and he has to fall to the floor, and then I'm doing CPR on him, and like at one point I'm pressing down on him. I feel sick, he feels sick, and I just thought we're both gonna throw up on each other. And then you have Nick just standing above us being like, it was a chaotic.
Yeah, that was fun.
Your one is great. You'll end up working security at a lesbian nightclub.
Yeah.
I thought that was brilliant. It was so good.
To try and pick out one moment, actually I can. So we were shooting this big scene. But it's all true, it's on camera. They were shooting the scene and Saffron's character falls down. So she's had like crash pad there and everything, and they're doing like the big wine and the close-ups of it. And it did look like really, really good. Anyway, I was waiting to film and she's getting her makeup checks done and clothing checks done, and you know, she's completely engrossed in all this. And David comes over, the director, and says, right, okay, we're gonna do this next one in slow-mo. And she's like, right, okay, cool. And he goes off and I said, are you ready for that? She was like, what? I said, like, have you rehearsed it in slow-mo? And she's like, oh, right, okay. And I was like, yeah, they're gonna do that next. Are you cool? Do you need a bit more time? She's like, yeah, I'll need a bit of time. So she stands there and she starts like kind of going, like working out how she's gonna go down to the ground. And she's going, oh, okay. And then we're setting up the cameras and the lights going, all this sort of stuff. And then about to come out, and she goes, David, I think I'm gonna like injure myself doing it in slow-mo. And he was like, what do you mean? Well, it's just like,
I was like, we haven't rehearsed it. It's my first time doing my own stunts. We haven't rehearsed this. I can't possibly fall. Like, can we get? Where's the stunts man? Can we rehearse it? And he was like, what?
Yeah, he was like, why? He said, well, because got to do it in slow-mo. And he's like, what do you mean? He said, well, it's just if I do it in slow-mo, I'm more likely to hurt myself. He's like, no, we're filming it in slow-mo. You don't have to back.
I don't know why you're nodding your head. Is it that obvious?
Well, there's trees behind you. How are you going to slow them down?
I don't know. I thought he was doing some stylized thing.
I just wish they'd filmed it. God. I was so gutted that they realised just before they turned over, because I so wanted her to do it on camera.
Hurt myself had I done that. I'm telling you now.
It would have been worth it. It would have been worth it. Well, picture the scene. I'm in the Groucho Club and Saffron is working there. And Saffron's not an unattractive person. So of course, I was single at the time and we got chatting. And I think,
He's obsessed with me.
were you at drama school?
I was still at drama school, and I just joined that job. And like, you know, the other reception girls had warned me. They're like, you know, be careful. You can get chatted up a lot here by the punters. And I was like, whatever. And then this one comes.
Anyway,
typical cool actor. You know, I'd seen him in a couple of things.
Had you?
Yeah, I had.
What?
I was a groupie. I'd seen him in a couple of things, and he comes over and he's like, hey.
I've never ever done that face.
Hey, I'm just signing in, Nick Blood. What's your name? I was like,
I've never spoken like that in my life.
yeah, I was like, hi, I'm Saffron, nice to meet you, what's up?
Yeah, you have spoken like that. Anyway, we swapped numbers and we went to go on a date, and then I called her and said like, oh, do you mind if we just like meet for a coffee instead in the daytime?
Ick.
And so we met for a coffee, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm moving to America tomorrow.
No, rewind, you leave the bit. He turns up to the date, this is where it all fell apart. He turns up to the date with a bike.
Environmentally friendly. Why are you laughing?
And you had shorts on.
Did I?
Maybe like sandals.
I had been,
like,
no, I don't own sandals. Shut up, you're lying now.
And he comes in his bike, he's like,
Flip-flops.
hiya. And I was like, oh my God, what is going on?
No, you weren't. You looked at me like that. Anyway, and I said to her, I broke her heart and told her I'm moving to America tomorrow. I got this job into America, so see you later. And one tear rolled down her face.
Yeah, because of the bike. I was like, oh my God, what a lovely.
And then, by the way, I have never ever worn sandals or flip-flops to go. I didn't even own a pair. Anyway, then we didn't see each other for like 10 years, it must have been almost.
Yeah, I went to go and watch a play that you were in.
Yeah.
I sound like such a stalker. And like, as soon as he came back to London, I was like, I went to go and watch a play that he was in. I knew the other girl that was in the play. And then
I come down and I was like, oh, hello.
And I was like, hi, how are you? He's like, well, I'm engaged now. God save that, no.
Yeah, and we just like,
he's got a lovely wife. I've met Emery. I actually prefer Emery.
Most people do.
To Nick.
To be fair, even my own family. Then since we kind of reconnected, then we've hung out. We just get on so well. And then I was so happy when Saffron rocked up to do these chemistry reads we were doing for this, and I just straight away was like, this is going to work. And I think everybody knew that straight away as well. I'm gonna buy a pair of those heavy-handed flip-flops just to wind you up and just wear them every day.
At your own peril be it.
Bella, she is funny, she's really smart, she's sassy, she's very well dressed, and at heart she's really caring and kind.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's your character, it's not you.
But I still take it personally. Leo is funny, kind, duplicitous, super caring, vulnerable, hot, sexy.